Bei Januar pausiert und dachte mir, solltest du langsam auch mal fertig machen. Problem, man fängt in letzter Zeit doch zu viele Spiele gleichzeitig an. Und also, es sind noch einige Spiele, die ich noch fertig spielen muss, da die auch zum Teil geborgt waren. Und hier sind ja auch noch einige Sachen freizuspielen. Gerade mit Kumpels. War auch ein fieser Witz. Was hat er geschrieben? Ich meine, ja, wir spielen ja ein P18-Spiel, da kann ich dann solche Witze auch gerne mal erzählen. Da wirkt man mal einen Gegner leise von hinten, um Munition zu sparen, und plötzlich flippen alle anderen aus in der Paintball-Arena. Ich sagte so zu meinem Kumpel gerade, oh, wenn die ganze Scheiße mit Corona vorbei ist, wie wäre es denn mal mit Lasertag, wenn die... Okay, wo sind wir eigentlich hier gewesen im Spiel? Level 17? Mhm. Ich weiß gar nicht mehr, was wir jetzt machen mussten. Wir waren bei dem Priester, der auch, glaube ich, Vampyr oder so ein Zwischending ist. Ich muss
Another corpse thrown in the streets.
Stochen, oder? Ach ja, stimmt, der war ja nur Untertitel.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Guck mal. Okay. Ich muss mich erstmal wieder in das Spiel reinfinden. Okay.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Naja, ob ich da erstmal hingehen sollte, ich sollte mich vielleicht doch ein bisschen umgucken und umhören. Sonst hat es eigentlich immer nicht so lange geladen, aber naja gut, die CD war auch ein bisschen scharf, die ich bekommen habe.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Okay. Der mag uns wohl nicht so.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Okay.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a
muss echt
matter of
erst wieder in das Spiel
observation and
reinkommen.
patience.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream. And there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Okay.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Ist das die Schwester?
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you.
Man wollte ja kein Arschloch sein.
Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Okay.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Sie mochte ihn nicht.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union.
Also gibt es da ein paar
But a
Quantenkriege,
murder?
wie es aussieht.
That's a first.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Ich muss mich echt wieder an die Steuerung gewöhnen. Das reicht nicht. Ach ja, so wurde das irgendwie mal gespeichert. Naja. Sind die schon wieder gesund? Stimmt, ich muss ja die alle gesund halten. Ich weiß gar nicht mehr, wie man hier kämpft. Okay.
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. Da ist aber ganz schön noch ein Bulle hier drin gewesen. This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? It's locked. I cannot enter.
Did you hear me? It ain't human! Kill it! Murdering bastard! Oh!
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Tja.
You're surprising. Occasionally, you make a good point.
How's that?
There's one of them. Flames! We have to stop it! Have faith! Die,
Okay.
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Only a golden watch in her pockets. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
I see you.
Hört sich nach einem anderen Vampir an.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Da war ich, glaube ich, schon mal. Glaube ich. Nee, ich glaube nicht. Hier liegt zu viel rum. Bei meinem Mundfinger wäre das ungewöhnlich.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered.
Der Friedhof, hier war ich doch
I can
schon
still
einmal.
sense a presence. I have this thirst for blood.
Come to me.
Ich traue der Stimme nicht.
Someone help me!
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul.
Hat der
Returned from the
ihre Mutter?
dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother
Das
doing
ist die
here?
Schwester.
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary,
Mother, say hello to your son.
Die arme Mutter.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
Na gut, ich habe sie ausgesaugt am Anfang,
My
glaube ich.
prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were
Na
children.
toll.
It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for me.
Mary, wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
Was? Ich soll jetzt gegen meine Schwester kämpfen?
You left me to rot in
Toll,
this
die ist auch
grave.
Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature.
Scheiße, die ist stark.
You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a... What have you done? Because you spared Sean Hampton. Don't expect...
Oh, Gott sei Dank. Ich musste meine eigene Schwester töten. Oder versuchen zu töten. Ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube, ich töte sie jetzt. Oder töte ich sie jetzt nicht?
Brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Ich hab sie getötet, wie es aussieht.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Okay. Und nu? Ich habe den einen gebissen, obwohl... Naja gut, ich habe sowieso jemanden gebissen. Wo soll ich denn jetzt hingehen mit dir? Müssen wir ins Grab packen, glaube ich. Aber was meint ihr, Leute? Entschuldigung. Ich war ja lange genug ziemlich krank. Habe lange nicht mit Mikro gespielt. Skyrim habe ich ja fast komplett ohne Mikro gespielt, aber ich denke mal, ich werde das definitiv auch nochmal irgendwann mit Mikro spielen. Ave Maria, okay. Es lebt mal wieder ewig.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Okay.
The flower's dying. It needs water. It's locked.
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've
Okay,
seen
wo ich
little of you
noch
of late.
I was conducting research in my room. Away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
Okay.
Tell me more about the violence.
Geoffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Prewen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Okay.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
Thank you, Edgar. We shall speak again later.
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Okay.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very.
Why do you have...
Because the...
Why clothes?
It was for...
Please show me what you have to say.
Of course.
This is despicable.
Stupid beast! Die, vermin! Die, vermin!
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Have conditions improved in Whitechapel?
I'm ready for whatever's coming.
Wie kann ich den jetzt noch mal?
Goodbye, young man. How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss
Ja,
off.
ich weiß, dass du nicht dein...
Goodbye, young man.
Wie kann ich den... die Medizin vergeben? Wie war denn das? Mach mal eine kurze Pause, Leute.